Okay, so this is the building. Right? And here's some, you know, some cars in the parking lot. Maybe there's a truck. And then, there's this pathway. You know, here's the rest of the parking lot. You know, and maybe here's my car. I have, like, a car that's kind of like a shoe. And then all this over here to the side, and don't worry, people who won first, I will get to your videos. All this over here is grass. Okay, this is all grass. You are grass now. You understand? And right here, so this is like, you know, black top. And this is like stone. Like this is like concrete. Like it's like a concrete path. Like a sidewalk, if you will. That leads to the building, right? And this all has like shelter over it. Like this path has shelter over it. It's not open, exposed to the sun. And then over here, there's like right next to it, where right before the grass starts, there's like some mulch. Right? There's some mulch. There's like some plants that are about to be planted there. But this is all, everything over here, this is just my work. Like, this is just a building. This is big concrete building. So we got the blacktop parking lot. We have the enclosed sidewalk. We have the building. And here's a door right here to, like, go in. And then here's a door right here to go in. And this is how I go into work, okay? I like to go into work. I get out of my car and I walk up here. And I go into this door, right? That's how I go to work. And so there are these geese. There are these geese, right? That just over encumber this area. They're just like all over the place, dude. They're like, you know, maybe one like right here walking around. And there's like a couple over here. I mean, it would take me hours. It would take me hours to draw all the geese, because there's so many geese, okay? Too many. But most importantly, there's a mother and a father goose that have their babies. They've had their babies right past, right up here. Right kind of by where the door is, okay? So there's like a wall and the building continues on this way. Their babies are like right here. Right by the entrance. And so sometimes when we're walking in, you know, I'm getting out of my car, I'm going up to work. The geese over here will get really mad because they're trying to protect their baby, right? And they think that I want to take their eggs or something. But I'm just trying to walk to work. But they see me getting close to this area over here. And they're like, nope, I'm going to get mad. And usually them getting mad is like, they'll hiss and they'll like do this with their head. But they don't really do anything. Sometimes they'll like, you know, run at you for a second. But they don't really do anything because we go into the door. I go into my work and then it's over, you know? So today I went out for lunch and I had some Corrito, which if you guys aren't familiar, Corrito is a very, very good place. It's kind of like Chipotle. And my car this is a pretty accurate positioning of my car. My car was like kind of close to the entrance. And I walk up, here I am. Here's me. And I'm walking up to the, you know, the sidewalk right here. And there's a goose it's on the pathway. It's right there. He's just standing there like that. And you see the babies recently hatched. So they're real birds now. The babies are birds. You know? So all of the geese are going fucking crazy, dude. They're super aggressive. Because they're not just defending eggs while they hatch anymore. They're defending their actual kids. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to walk up to him. Usually I walk up to him. And he just kind of waddles away. Like, he'll go this way. Or he'll, like, come around the parking lot this way. But I walk up to him, and I'm about right here. And he's just standing there hissing at me. And I'm like, dude, I gotta get into work. Like, I gotta get through you and then into work, right? So I stand there, and I'm just waiting. And I'm waiting for him to move, because I'm a big, like, scary human, and it's a goose. Usually they just walk away when we get close to them. And he's standing his ground, right? And so I'm like, come on, dude. Like, I don't have time for this. I'm, like, late. Like, late coming back from lunch. And usually, if a goose won't get out of our way at work, we'll stomp. We'll, like, stomp forward at... These geese are a big problem, by the way. They're everywhere. There's not just 3 of them. There's, like, a million. And, like, if we stomp and make, like, a loud noise, they'll be like, oh, shit, and they'll, like, you know, they'll go over here with their friends in the grass. So I stomp, and again, I'm, like, right here now. Okay? And I stomp, and it doesn't move. Still. Standing its ground. And hissing. So I'm like, what the f***, dude? What? How do I get in? So... I decide, you know, what happens if I run? You know? Like, if I run, will it get scared hearing me run? If I pretend to, like, run at it, will that, like, kind of get it to at least get off of the sidewalk? Like, at least get it over here in this area. So that I can safely, you know, make my way through. So I kind of, like, do a fake run for, like, a few feet at it. Doesn't move. Goose doesn't move. So I'm like, okay, obviously this goose is having, you know, there's some sort of issue with the goose. I can't go in here. This doesn't lead to my work. This leads to, like, nothing. I have to go in here, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go onto the, I'm gonna walk around onto the mulch and go inside. But what you guys don't realize is that when I was going onto the mulch, the goose thought I was going this way. You guys remember what's up here? The babies. The babies are up here. So the goose didn't think I was going, you know, simply around him. The goose said, oh, he's going towards my babies. He's going this way. And this was not the right way to go. Okay? I shouldn't have done this. But I decide I'm going to go this way. And I'm going to go around and go into the entrance that way. I'm going to walk on the mulch. And the goose sees... I get about right here. And the goose sees me. Alright? It sees me with both of its eyes. So it dips its neck. It dips its neck real low. And I hear its feet papping on the, you know, on the sidewalk. It's coming at me. It's coming towards me. So I turn around, and I'm looking at it, so I'm no longer here anymore. I'm, like, right here. I turn around, I'm looking at it, it's coming towards me. So I'm turned around, still making my way forward in the mulch, looking at it. It's running towards me, and it's not stopping. It's not stopping. It's not slowing down. So then I start to run. Okay, I'm starting to run. And the goose is like, oh, you're definitely going towards my babies. You're running towards my babies. When I'm just trying to get here, okay? I'm just trying to get in at my job, okay? my 8:30 to 5 p.m. job, all right? I'm just trying to make enough money to barely have health care, to barely be alive, barely pay my... I'm just trying to get in the f***ing building! Inside! Okay? I don't care about your yellow, f***ing ugly, I'll say it, babies, motherfucker! Okay? But the goose doesn't know that. Alright? The goose in fact, the goose sees me as a threat that is now running towards its babies. The goose takes flight like this. Like this. It's going at me, flapping vigorously. Its health bar appears and everything. I saw it. So then I'm like, oh, shit. Because I'm stuck. Like, this area has a roof. You know what I mean? So it's like eye level flying at me. Okay? It's not coming from above. There's a roof. So it's like eye level, flying right at me. I decide I'm gonna run as fast as I can right towards the door. In an attempt to roll towards the door where I need to be, I trip! I trip! I trip! Now the goose is above me! It's above me! It's right above me! I'm on the ground! You understand? On my back! Ah! 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 So I crawl into the door. I'm inside. And, I don't know if it bit me or not. Because I think I blacked out during the experience, okay? So yeah, I fall. And I'm in mulch, like sharp wood. I walk in, there's mulch all over me. I have to go to the bathroom. I take off my pants, mulch pours out of my pants. Do you understand what I'm saying? I take my pants off, and like a box of cereal, mulch comes out of my pants. That's the speed at which I was going. The speed at which I slid on the ground, just propelled mulch into my pants. Enough so that a bowl or two of cereal worth of mulch is now in my pants. I was mulched. Here's the grand finale. I have to go to Gary and file an on-site work incident with Gary. You understand? So Gary says, I see you're injured. What happened to you? So then I have to tell the HR department this whole story of I was driving home and the sidewalk and there was a goose and I was like, bleh, and it was like, and then, so I went around and it was like, oh, and then, you know, the whole thing. So now if I go to the doctor, or if I can't do my job properly, if I don't feel better tomorrow, and I have to take off of work, there's gonna be a fucking report. There's a report somewhere that I got wrecked by the goose. Alright? It was GG's. I made a big misplay. I failed. So, that's it. So that's what happened to me. Okay?